Hello and welcome to A Day in 15 Minutes UPSC Prelims Daily Current Affairs. Today is 18th January 2020 and the topics for discussion are Bashanchar Island, then we have Yadda Virus, Australian bushfires, National Security Act and the Winged Raider. So coming to the first topic, all are very small topics, okay, but prelims point of view very important. So the first topic is Bashanchar Island. So the Bangladesh government has planned to accommodate around 1 lakh Rohingyas in this Bashanchar Island. That is why it is in news. So this was an article in the Hindu newspaper. So Bashanchar Island is in, it is located in Meghna River. Okay, and it is an uninhabited island. For your information, it's an uninhabited island and it is around 30 kilometers east of the Hadiya Island. Hadiya Island is in southeast Bangladesh. Okay, so it's basically a remote island. So it falls into ecologically fragile area, and ecologically fragile means it's very vulnerable to natural disasters like floods or erosion or cyclones. As it is an island, it will be only facing the island related natural disasters, but yet it is very vulnerable to the cyclones happening in the Bay of Bengal region or the floods due to Meghna River or the erosional activities by the running water. The rights group have been claiming that the island, it emerged from sea only about 2 decades ago. That means it's a newly formed island and it might not withstand the strong storms or the mighty storm that is coming by annual monsoon season. So it is only a very new island, recently formed island. Okay, that is the main criticism that has been faced by this particular scheme. Okay, remember about Rohingya, learn about Rohingya crisis, learn NRC, learn CA, everything is new in news and it is very important. Okay, the next topic is Yadda Virus. So, it's a novel virus, it is detected in the Australian mosquitoes. This is a news coming from Indian Express and Yadda, it's an alpha virus. Okay, I'll tell you what alpha virus is. So, this virus basically poses no threats to human beings because it's a part of the virus that only infect mosquitoes. Okay, but the researchers has described that it's a very small single-stranded positive sense RNA virus. It includes species that is very important to human as well as animal health. Okay, so that is a concern. Okay, and other viruses in the same group, it include the Thai forest alpha virus. Thai forest alpha virus was also in news. Then there is another virus called as Agua Salud alpha virus. Okay, so what is this alpha virus basically? It is a group of RNA based viruses and its peculiarity is that it affects both the vertebrates as well as the invertebrates. So the alpha virus that infects other organisms includes the chikungunya virus or the elephantiasis virus. Okay, so alpha virus, it's a RNA based virus. It affects both vertebrates and invertebrates. Now we learn about Yadda virus. It's an alpha virus. Clear? Okay. The next topic is Australian bushfire. So you know what is happening in Australia these days. It's a very critical situation and it's a very sad situation that the most affected community are the flora and fauna itself. Koala which is found in Australian bushes is very vulnerable and they are decreasing in population because of this particular bushfire. You can see many videos in YouTube also where the animals are very deprived of even drinking water and then they're asking the cyclists and the passerbys in the roads for water. So that terrible is the situation in Australia now. Okay, so what is the main cause of forest fire happening worldwide? One thing, it is mainly happening in the hot and dry season. Okay, where there is dry leaves, grasses, shrubs, dead wood, which are easily combustible. Okay, and the ignition, it can happen naturally also by the lightning when it strikes or accidentally from the sources like cigarette stubs also. Okay, so if there is enough speed in a suitable direction, it can actually aid forest fire faster. So it usually come to an end when there is rain or if any artificial method of water spraying is done. So sometimes we actually do this on purpose in order to clear land and sometimes it's accidentally is caused in an area, removing the major portion of vegetation. So we'll talk about the case of Australia now. So Australia, this mainly happen in October time, because the summer starts then, and it is the most fire-prone month in a year in Australia, and it is the driest inhabited continent, the Australia. Okay, 70% of the area is the semi-arid region, and the annual rainfall is very less. Okay, and Australia also have this around 130 million hectares of forest, and it is mostly covered in the north and the east part. Okay, and bushfires are it's common in Australia. Okay, it's common. It happens every year in summer. But how is this particular bushfire different? Is that the Australian summer, the spread and intensity of the forest fire is much more than we have ever seen. Okay, and the fire has impacted over 10 million hectares of forest land. That is the size of South Korea, guys. Okay, so it has killed over millions of wild animals and people died. The forest actually is burned up. It has actually caused a huge devastation. Okay, what are the reasons for such a huge fire that happened in Australia? One such thing is that 2019 is the warmest and driest year for the country since 1900. One reason. Then again, talking about the driest season, the daytime temperature were on average 2 degrees Celsius higher than the normal, and the rainfall was 40% less. Okay, so driest and warmest. Heat and dryness are the key preconditions for the ignition and the spread of forest fires. That is for sure. Right. And another such reason for cause of the fire is a positive Indian Ocean dipole. So in 2019, the problem has compounded by the presence of the strongest ever Indian Ocean dipole that happened in Australia. So what is Indian Ocean dipole? That is the difference between the sea surface temperature of the tropical western and the tropical eastern Indian Ocean. That difference is called as Indian Ocean dipole, and if it is positive, it will have a drier or warmer condition in Australia, and it has often associated with the fire season in the southeastern Australia as well. That's the second reason. The first reason being warmest and driest year, second reason being a positive Indian Ocean dipole, a strong one. And the third reason being is that the soil moisture is very less. The condition of soil moisture is very low, historically low in the areas affected of a forest fire. And the fourth reason, they are saying that there was an unusual warming of stratosphere over Antarctica. Okay, around the temperature were around 30 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius, which is higher than normal in the region. Okay, so such an unusual rare warming criteria which occurred over Antarctica also aided Australian fire. Okay, clear? Fine. The next topic is National Security Act. So Delhi police gets the powers to be detained under the National Security Act for 3 months. So this will come into power for 3 months. So the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi actually passed an order confirming the Commissioner of Police, which will give power to this particular act for a period of 3 months. Okay, that is why this is in news. So what is this National Security Act? It is actually an individual act. It is to detain a person without charge for up to 12 months. Okay, and the individual also need not to be informed of the charges for 10 days. Fine, and the detained individual can appeal for a High Court Advisory Board, but it is not allowed a lawyer during the trial. So during the trial, he is not allowed a lawyer. Okay, also, listen guys, individual can be put under preventive detention for months if the authorities are satisfied that he or she is a threat to the national security. If they are satisfied that if he or she is a threat to national security and law and order. So why is this so much criticized? Because in normal course, if a person is arrested, he or she are granted certain basic rights. No. So these include the right to be informed for what reason he is arrested. Okay, and there is a section in CRPC, section 50. It mandates that a person arrested to be actually informed on what grounds he is arrested, and he have right to bail also. Okay, and again in CRPC it is said that after arrest within 24 hours he should be actually produced before the court. Leave all that, there is article 22 of the constitution that is saying that an arrested person cannot be denied the right to consult or be defended by a legal practitioner of his choice. But none of these rights are available to a person detailed under NSA. Okay, even when provided the ground for arrest, the government can withhold the information to the public. Okay, so this they mimic it as a draconian law. That is why it is facing so much of criticism and it is in news. The last topic for today is the winged rider. So it is the largest airborne exercise conducted by Indian Army, very important. It is to demonstrate the operational readiness of the paratroopers, also the air warriors. So this will be conducted in the northeastern region. There is also a similar exercise called as Hima Vijay. Hima Vijay is being held in Arunachal Pradesh, and it is also it was also held in last year in October 2019. It is also a similar exercise. It is to actually show the mountain combat exercise, how well you can tackle the problems in the mountainous area. Okay. So that's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the session. Any doubt, any queries, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much and good night.
Like, share and subscribe to our channel for more videos. Follow our website neoiasgap.com for the detailed content and monthly prelims digest. Also join our current affairs exclusive test series through the website. And finally, participate in the daily current affairs prelims infotainment quiz at our Telegram channel, that is Neo IAS Prelims, at 9:30 p.m. every day. Thank you.